Alright, this video I want to explain in my experiences, in my opinion, the difference between like Kung Fu training as far as the physical aspect is concerned, like the martial arts Kung Fu training compared to like combat sport and like the Western way. Um, like in Kung Fu, like you're supposed to condition your entire body to be stronger, but like in a healthier development. So like your fists are supposed to be trained to be able to hit hard. Your wrists gotta be trained to be strong, so you don't break your wrist when you're punching and things like that. Your fingers gotta be trained to be strong, to use as a weapon as well. Your forearms gotta be strong, conditioned, so then if somebody's trying to hit you and you block, you don't get hurt. Um, and your whole body, all the strength development, all the muscle development, also like your legs can be strong, trained to condition to be able to take more hits on the legs. Also your shins could be trained to be strong, so then if somebody kicks you in the shin, you don't get hurt. Or if you're hitting somebody and you hit him with your shin, you don't get hurt. Same thing with training your foot to be strong, okay? And then your abs to be strong, so if somebody hits you, you don't like immediately give up. So you're training everything to get conditioned. You're training your lungs to have more, capacity, so you could last longer. So all of that is trained. That's all going to help your health. But the thing that is not trained is we don't train to take hits to the head. I mean, that is just something that you can't train for, I mean, even if somebody is able to take a hit, it doesn't mean that it's a good thing. So in my eyes, you should never train your head to get hit like hundreds or thousands of times, with or without padding or headgear. That's just not something that we do. That's not going to be an expression of health. I mean, you could train almost every single other part of your body, but the brain is something different, where you're not supposed to let it jolt around like that. No matter if it's in football, or if you fall off a bike, or if you're sparring too hard and a person hits you in the head too hard, that's not something that you're supposed to train yourself to withstand, regardless of whether or not you could withstand it or not. If you get knocked down or you're still standing, it doesn't matter. The fact of you getting hit in the head so hard is going to automatically not be good for your health, and not something that should be promoted, not something that we should be training to do. So essentially, when you're training your arms to be strong, that's supposed to shield your head from the trauma. And that's why we train every single other part of the body to be strong, so we can shield our head from that trauma. And that's one of the major differences. And everything else that you train to get strong, your toes, your fingers, your wrists, your hands, your knuckles, your arms, your legs, your abs, all of that is going to help you improve your health. But if you repetitively take hits to the head over and over again, day in and day out, that will never improve your health. That will always destroy your intellect and decrease your lifespan, make you get CTE, concussions, and all other sorts of internal diseases and disabilities, and just a lot of damage coming from the inside. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter if somebody's hitting you with the glove on or a glove off. If you're getting hit in the head repetitively, that is never going to be a good thing. We need to protect our brains. We need to protect our intellect, and that's one of the things about Kung Fu that's very important. It's not just about taking hits and showing off to the public how many times that you could get hit in the face and still keep fighting. That's not what Kung Fu is about, in my eyes. Kung Fu is about like precision and just basically never getting hit, and always being the one delivering the hits. So then if you're never getting hit, you're not getting hurt, you're going to live a long life. That's what Kung Fu's about. Like, the perfection of the combative aspect is just never getting hit. Not only do you not get hit in the face, but you don't get hit in the body, you don't get hit in the legs, you don't get hit in the ankles, you don't get hit in the shins. You just never get hit. And you're always the one delivering the hits, protecting yourself. That, to me, is like the perfection of the art of combat. And that's the major difference. The combat sport people are always talking about, oh, this person could take a hit and that person can't, and this person's better, and blah, 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 blah. But that's not the way that I view it. It's like, to me, I don't care how many hits that you could take. The fact of you taking the hit and getting hit in the face and getting hit in the head already shows that you are not perfecting the art. And the art is not getting hit. So that's the way that I see it. It's very important for us to protect our brains and not let our heads go through such trauma. You know what I mean? Like, our arms and the rest of our bodies could be developed to get stronger and more conditioned, but our heads are not supposed to be going through things like that. So, to me, when you meet somebody that practices Kung Fu, he should be a very intelligent person. It shouldn't be somebody who, can't read, can't write, and, can't remember anything, has low brain functioning, and just basically dumb, unintelligent, not smart. That's not what Kung Fu is about. You know what I mean? And you see that all over the combat sport. Not just combat sport, but you see it in the WrestleMania, you see it in the football, and everybody that sustains so many concussions over and over again, there's no way that they could develop a brain like Albert Einstein or Socrates or Sigmund Freud or Buddha. Like, all these very, very intelligent and smart people. There's no way these people that practice combat sport and like football and things like that could ever achieve greatness within the intellect, because they're constantly sustaining over and over thousands of blows to the head, and that's deteriorating their health. And Kung Fu is the opposite of that. We need to protect our health and sustain less and less, less and less blows to the head. You want to keep training and training hard to protect your head and not get hit in the head ever. And just basically getting so good at what you do that they can't even touch you. That to me is what Kung Fu training, as far as the combative aspect is concerned, that's the goal. That's the aim, is to perfect the art, so then you will increase your health.